Happy Friday, Tour.
Happy Friday, Consuela.
How are you doing today?
I am pretty good today.
Yeah.
How are you?
I am glad it's Friday. I am glad I am home. I am glad I am here flipping with you.
Yes, I'm glad for all of those things as well.
It has fueled my day just to remind myself, Consuela, the day may suck, but guess what? You get to flip when you go home. You get to hang out with Tour, who is also very busy all week, as we have shared with our viewers, right? Like this is like us, basically everybody's getting a window in to our lives in that this is us connecting once a week.
Yep.
There's very little that people aren't seeing. Like there's conversations outside of the video, but most of the conversation is in the video.
Yeah, these days that has been the case.
Yeah.
It's not always going to be that way, but
no.
That's the way it is for temporarily.
For now. At least until what? Early summer?
Yeah, April-ish.
Or maybe longer. Has something changed?
No, April-ish.
April-ish, right. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. In my head, I had July, but...
Yeah.
Yeah. But April-ish is good because, you know, we have plans in April, you and I.
We do.
So, and that's been weighing on me because I'm like, that is like almost a month away now.
I know.
And, you know, before when we were talking about it, it was like months. Like, oh, you know, we got months to plan this event. And now I'm like, oh, snap, that is next month. I better get the videographer and double check with Wicca to take pictures and double check with Coffee to come DJ. Mm-hmm. I still have to I want to send out a save the date. I need to do that because I want folks to know this is happening.
Yeah.
So, and then you and I have to sort out the details because we're unconventional and we like to do things our way, and we have to sort that all out. So, anyway. So here we are in a special place that I have built for us today because
on a special day.
A special day. Well, it's for a special day.
Yes.
It's not on this special day. So what we're talking about basically is, so, you know, I am chilling on the couch after a long day of work. And then I get a Discord notification, as I often do because I'm part of a lot of servers. But most of them are silenced because there's just a lot that goes on Discord servers. That's probably most people who watch this video know. But, you know, we are official bloggers for Paniq. And Paniq server is not muted. Neither is Alt3, right? So when I see things come up, I get a little blip. I'm like, oh, Zipper posted something. Oh, Tristan posted something. I go there, and Tristan has delivered me some gifts for Ostara. And I got in the blogger group channel and was shouting his name. I'm like, Tristan, big. I should have put Tristan, right? Tristan, big heart. He gave me witchy things because in one of the conversations we had in the store when I was just, you know, he and I had a real like big gab fest one night, like for like, I don't know, an hour or two. And he's like, so I got to go do something. I'm like, that's fine. It's okay. We've talked plenty. And one of the things I threw out there is I love his witchy stuff. Like I've bought other things of his that were witchy stuff. And, you know, before we really knew Tristan of Paniq fame, that was what would jump out at me when we would go flipping, and it would be like a witchy thing.
We'd always admire the occult and witchy things.
Right. And so I was like, Tristan, I love your witchy things. I want more witchy things. And I struggle at times because honestly, at this point in my life, when I became Wiccan or recognized I was Wiccan when I was 16 years old. And I actually was with a coven in First Life. We did things like, I thank my parents for being so open-minded because I'm 16. So obviously I need their permission. My mom would drive me to Wicca class. Like I actually went to, like, if you think of like catechism for...
That is awesome.
You don't know the story? Because, you know, I've known each other a while. Yeah.
Story.
So again, in high school, I don't know, I know to this day, it was in one of those teen magazines. I want to say it was like 17 or something, because I used to read that one. There was an article in there called Witchcraft is a Religion. I remember it to this day. And I was like, what the what? And it just sucked me in. I read all about it. It made some references to some books. And then I was like, I need to go to the mall. My mom needs to take me to the mall. Okay. Because I'm old. And so when it was time to get information, it was either the library or the mall. So I'm like, Mom, I need to go to B. Dalton right now. That's how old I am. B. Dalton. Do you know B. Dalton? Because you're just a baby.
Of course I know B. Dalton.
It's a bookseller, or was.
Yeah. And
it was in the mall. So my mom took me, and I went in the New Age section. I don't even remember where my mom was. She's like, it was that point in my life where, I'm 16. I'm a responsible young woman. I never caused my parents any trouble. And so I know my mom took me to the mall. I don't remember where she is in this memory. So Mama Lala will have to, she's going to speak on it. Right. So she takes me to the mall, and I don't know where she went. Maybe she went shopping. She's like, you know what? I don't want to go to B. Dalton. You go to B. Dalton, and then I'll be somewhere else shopping. So I'm in the mall, or in the B. Dalton, just in the New Age aisle, just like looking at like every title, like a whole new world opened up to me.
And kind of did.
It totally did. And I to this day, I wish I could remember which was the first book. Part of me wants to say it was a Scott Cunningham, because he's a staple in in Wiccan teaching. And the other part of me is I know one of the books I got was Spiral Dance by Firehawk. I remember that one. So I want to say it was probably a Scott Cunningham book and Spiral Dance, or maybe a few. Because when I go to a bookstore, I never buy just one book. So I remember picking up a few books, and I was kind of nervous about it, right? Because I had to go to the counter to pay. I remember paying. So you know what it probably was? Because I know I was 16. I used to work at Taco Bell. So I had my own money. And so I remember I went up to the counter, and I remember at B. Dalton, the counter was a little raised, right? Like you're lower and they're higher. And I go up to the counter. It's just very nice, older white lady. And I would put the books down, and I was like a little nervous about it. And she started asking me questions. And then it turned out that she was a high priestess in a coven in my area.
Oh.
And she told me about the Wicca classes. And and then I could not, like, it was like everything coming together, right? Like, I'm like, this is the way. This is the universe telling me this is the way. And I went to Wicca classes. Like, it wasn't a hard sell. I was worried. My mom's Catholic, right?
Yeah.
And so, I was worried about that. But I've always had a very close relationship with my mother, and she will weigh in on that in the comments, I'm sure. And
that's really wonderful that she was open to that.
Yeah. So there was a very long portion of my life, probably about 10 years, where I was an active Wiccan in First Life in a coven, going to circles and celebrations in First Life all over in my area. And then as I, became, a young, like, working professional at this point, I had finished college, my undergrad, and then, I had gone away for college, came back. So it was kind of a little, disconnected from the coven at that point. And so then it became more of a solitary practice for me. And then there was a period of time where, I did make a conversion for other reasons I won't go into. And then I've circled back to it in recent time, because and I'll just say I ultimately ended up converting to Catholicism for someone. And so then I tried that for a little bit, and it didn't feel right to me. And so then I circled back to Wiccan, what I consider my Wiccan roots, and that feels right. So then, now since in the time that I've been in Second Life, 17 years, 16 years, something like that. So my practice since returning to it has been definitely solitary, no coven, nothing in the area. I'm also, I'm a working professional, so there's concern, right? I'm not as free spirited and open and out there with it in my First Life. Yeah. So I do keep it more to myself, and so
closeted.
Yeah. And so in Second Life is where I can really live it out in the way that I want. And so that all circles back. We're coming back to Tristan. I know we took a long, windy road, but we're coming back to Tristan. And because here in our home sim, I have a magical, like, corner. I call it the corner, but it's like there's a section of the land that is my magical space.
Yes.
And I have an altar there, and I decorate it for the seasons. I'm not always consistent because it's like, timing and just being so busy, and I don't always get to do all the celebrations I want. You've joined me for some, which I always appreciate. I've done some on my own. And one of my challenges is finding the things to decorate the altar with for the different seasons. And, when I go searching on the marketplace, I just feel like there's not a bunch of like newer stuff that I can use.
It's very limited.
Yeah. And so when I was having this conversation with Tristan, and I know that Tristan makes witchy things, I'm like, I would love more witchy things from you for my altar, because there's not a bunch out there. And I was like, I don't know how many witches you got buying stuff, or how well your witchy stuff sells, but I would like some more witchy things. So all of that to now I'm going to pull back so people can see more what's next to us. I was pushed in pretty tight. Tristan has made an altar. So I've decorated it, and I've actually got lots of Paniq. There's a lot of panicking in here, as I will call it. Whenever I go full panic mode,
Paniq.
I'm panicking.
Yes.
And so
I have a sticker for that.
I do. It's called Lala Panicking. And so he has, I'm going to turn my interface so that I can show people what this is. So this is the altar. It's the Lunar Altar 2. And I believe it's available for FLF. We're going to see it on the FLF.
Okay.
And then he has the Ostara. He has what did he call it? Let me open my inventory, because I want to be a proper blogger here and credit everything correctly. So let's see, Paniq, Lunar Altar, and Ostara Ornamentation. That's what he calls it. And in that Ostara Ornamentation, you have a candle with a HUD, and the candle's this egg-shaped candle, which I love. And then it comes with a HUD, and then in the HUD there are my interfaces. I need to turn my HUD on so you can see. There are 8 colors of the candle and 4 colors of the metal, and I went with the pink. Nice. And then there's also the chalice, which I love that he called a chalice and not a cup. And I'm just noticing that there was a moon detail at the bottom. I rezzed this out so fast I didn't even see that moon detail down there. That's fantastic. Unless I rezzed it backwards and you turned it around for me like I did the other thing.
No, I didn't.
No? Okay. Because I rezzed something and you're like, here, let me help you with that. Flip.
Sometimes I do, yeah.
Yeah, and help me with the floating chalice. Thank you. The chalice has 4 metal colors. And I went with the silver because we're about the moon. And then there's crystals, which I love. And the crystals are over here by my tiny bunny. So these are the crystals. And the crystals have a HUD.
They come in many colors.
They do. There's 8 colors there too, because I showed you all the colors and we picked pink. And what I loved is the variation of stone cuts as well. So you've got you've got a point, a stone point, and then you've got like these, just, I don't even know what to call the other crystal, the 3 that are laying down, but the one that's in front, the circular one, it's like a palm stone or a touchstone. And so I really like that a lot.
Yeah.
I like the variety there.
I do too.
And then the incense holder, which is the moon. And I love that because that looks, the smoke on that is so authentic. Like, like I burn incense on a stick all the time and it looks just like that.
And that is kind of tricky to get right, because the particle system in SL is interesting.
Yep.
So well done there, for sure. And
then the incense burner has 2 marble colors and then 4 metals. And I went with the light because we're all about the moon today.
Yeah.
So that's Tristan's like newest offering. But then I also had, there's this on the wall behind us. This here is the Lunar Frame 2, which I had before, and that comes with some color options too. I went with the light. And then over here, if I'm touching all the Paniq, over here I have a desk, also Paniq. This is the Lunar Witch Bench and the Lunar Witch Desk. And I thought this was a fun little corner because this This is kind of like what it looks like for me in First Life, except not as nice a desk. With a deck of cards, a sketchbook, and like a box of like Wiccan tools as I either plan out a ritual or I do a card reading and make some notes and just kind of journal about it. That's kind of how I roll. So what's fun about this is that the box is a Mad P, which is spell box. Mad P is Fliff. And then the tarot cards are Mad P, totally interactive, and they will give you readings. So like if I do another card pull, I'll do a single card and then it'll pop out and it'll tell me on local. It's telling everybody because I set it to public before it was private. And I have gotten the 8 of Wands. A lot of things are going to be happening fast, and the Querent is going to revel in and handle all of them. This will likely include trips, and the Querent will want to drive or fly herself, likely fast. Not wrong. I drive fast very often. And then, let's see, what else does it say? No need to slow down or be impatient. With this card, you can really move, change, do. Again, I feel like that's highly accurate to me right now. So then I can then reset the deck. And I wish I would have had these out more often. I have treasures in my inventory that I do not enjoy enough. And Mad P is like, they make all kinds of wonderful interactive things. While we're looking at the desk, and I know we're not talking about Paniq at the moment, the little journal pad is Hive. And this lovely tulip lantern or lamp is Hextraordinary. And we picked that up recently. I remember that.
Yeah, it was actually fun digging through inventory and finding all of these treasures,
right?
For both of us, because I tried to help out a little bit today.
You did. Yeah, I did. I was telling Tristan last night when I was shouting his name in my Wiccan, I want to say squealing, like it was like, oh my god, he made things. I lost my train of thought. What was I talking about? What were we talking about? Treasures and what?
We were just talking about digging through inventory for treasures.
Oh, I told him he was making me stay up late because he had put out things that now I need to make a room around them. Yeah. And he was like, I'm so excited, I can't wait. I'm like, neither can I. So I built the room first. The getting dressed was the easy part.
Right.
I had to build the room, and we're not even done. Okay. So let me come back to the altar. So we have the altar. We have some, moss and mink are the snacks because definitely part of Wiccan ritual, Wiccan circle is offerings. And so I've got my offerings of many Ostara treats. So, and I know you're definitely about the treats as well. I feel like I got some texture flickering going on here. So I'm gonna lift that picture up a little bit. The picture is what next? Also Fliff. Right? We've been fliffing so long, so consistently that it's, of course, something Fliff, right? I rarely buy things that are not Fliff. It's like, unless I see it from a maker that I just generally follow, like Emery or Chick Chica or something, very infrequently is it a designer that's not Fliff.
Yeah.
So what next? We've got the picture, what was it called? Emma Tulips bouquet in the picture. Then if I can't pull back, you put out some flowers. So you've got some Vespertine primrose, right? Edit. This is Vespertine first spring primrose, very appropriate. And then the daffodils are who? Let me click on that. Applefall. See, that's not Fliff. As far as I know. I mean, if they might have made an appearance here or there, but I don't remember. But Applefall Daffodils Jug, which I thought was a nice balance to the picture of tulips. And then you accented either side of the altar with some mithril.
Yes, these were those tall apple branch floor trees or vases that we saw, and I absolutely love them.
And then I added a couple things more that when I set an altar, I always have a pentacle in the middle, just to kind of work from. And then I love that this one's surrounded by crystals. This one is something I just picked up off the marketplace. So pentacle with crystals white. And then it can't be Ostara without a bunny. So I went looking for bunnies, and this is actually from Res Room.
Of course.
This cute little bunny. And then this is the one you can wear on your shoulder, but I just resed him on a table on the altar. And then I also have a bunny by me on the floor. People can see him. He's going to join us today, so the bunny will come with.
And the bunny squeaks.
And he squeaks. Not that they can hear it.
The cutest squeaking.
Right?
Well, okay, but it does.
It does. Trust us. Okay, and then, so if I cam, oops, too far back, I'm going to cam over to the side. I have built us a throne, like, alcove. And so I have more Paniq. More panicking.
Yes.
So over here I've had picked these up prior, the lunar throne. His and hers lunar throne. And then the lamps are the lunar light. And I love these lamps so much. Like, they're so cool. Like, you don't see something that looks like that very often.
Yeah, and the little starfalls and stuff just look wonderful.
Yeah. And then basically what's housing it all is a lunar skybox by Celeste. So, and I love the ceiling here. It's very magical. And so it already had this like moon like decoration on the wall, the pop out with a light behind it. But I was
the one you put the Paniq
the
on?
one I put the one I panicked on. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, that one. So I feel like it looks even all the more impressive with some Paniq.
Yes.
And so
that really looks nice there.
I love this room so much. It's gonna have to stay up minus the bunny, because the bunny rezzed is 52 prim. Because he's meant to be on your shoulder, not rezzed.
Yeah.
But he is adorable, and he's gonna hang out there, but he's not gonna stay after this video. So
I want to circle back to your little floor lamps that you really like, the lunar lights.
Yeah.
Because since you're talking about like land impact, these with these, wonderful little like light streaks and everything else, and the orb, all the detail that goes into this one land impact each is crazy.
That is insane.
Right?
I'm glad you called that out.
Like, that is really impressive.
Yeah.
For one land impact.
It's a lot of detail, a lot of good Paniq for one land impact. Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Even the thrones are only 3 each. So really, really nice optimizations.
Yeah. So that's the build around us. So then there's what I'm wearing. So there's more Paniq, and it's on our heads. And this is let's see. I have some of my hair poking through. I'm going to close. Zipper's messaging me. Remember I told you I was asking her about skin? She's finally responding. She was tapped out. So this is not what I need. I need
the Herbhound kit hat.
The what? Yeah,
the
what's
Herbhound hat?
Is that what he's calling it? Hound hat?
Yeah. Herbhound hat.
Herbhound hat. I just was looking at as the Cult of Herb as like pot hat, but that's what I was calling it. But that's not what Tristan has called it. So Paniq Herbhound hat, and we're wearing the Cult of Herb version.
Yes.
And it was appropriate for me because it has a pentacle on it.
Yes, and we're fans of Herb, who was in your Flickr post.
Yes, and I almost rezzed him out here. I should res him out here too. I did think about it. Maybe I'll put him on the desk. So, but we are Cult of Herb. So
yes,
definitely. So we've got some Paniq on our heads. I am wearing truth hair. This truth hair it's collective, so it's a collab. I think it's with Faga, if I remember right. It's Utopia. And then here's the big, okay, there's a couple things here. I have things I need to show you.
Okay.
That there a lot went into my style. Okay, so first, I told you I was busy. I worked last night before bed till exhaustion. Like my eyes would not stay awake anymore. So, yes, it was late. It was way too late. And for the day I had today, I should have gotten more sleep. But it is what it is. I was inspired. I blame Tristan. So I had to take his creation and create. Yes. Anyway, so I changed my skin because Zipper has a new one out at the 50, which we need to make sure to do at some point. We're streaming the 50 these days, which I think goes a lot nicer.
It goes a lot faster, which is good for both of us.
Yes. So then this is the, actually, how's she going to pronounce it? Aruana, A-R-U-A-N-A. Aruana,
okay.
Aruana. And this is a new skin that new for the 50, because I know she's even worked on a newer one for that new, I think it's the Billy head for Aleutia. And so let me close that. So I'm wearing that, and I'm going to say I put all my imperfections and stuff on top of it, so it's all good. But I still feel more Soleil.
Yes.
Aruana. I'm sorry, Zipper, if I'm slaughtering it. You know what, Zipper? I need you to like phonetically put it in the comments. Like, how do you want me to pronounce that?
Help.
But I was telling you, I feel like it makes my face look even fuller, which my face already looks pretty full. It comes with a lot of like she called it details. So I have a highlighter on, contour, blush. Like, it comes with all of that with the skin. And so I still, as is the case with any Zipper skin, I never have to change like my facial shape. Like, they all look good, they just make me look slightly different.
Yeah.
So
which is really nice.
Yeah.
That consistency.
Yeah. But like I said, I've gotten, for the longest time I was married to Maya, and now I'm married to Soleil. So it's really hard to pull me away from Soleil. But I'm rocking her latest from the 50. So that's what I've got on. And then I changed my shine because, I can't go out with an alt 3 without an alt 3 shine. And this is one we picked up on one of the flips, which was the Pixie shine. And so I'm wearing that one because Valenshine is over. It's because it's March,
Yeah.
I have my dermals on. So still rocking the dermals. I've got Imperfections by Izzy's, like all of the imperfections. I've got my eye bags by the Skinnery, still rocking those. I'm gonna pause while I'm pushed in because I have new eyelashes on. I'm gonna take my glasses off for a second. Do you see my eyelashes? Did you notice I have different eyelashes on? Usually I'm wearing those velour.
I did not.
You did not.
Okay, yeah, these are a bit thinner.
They're thinner.
Longer.
But let me tell you what she did. This is another ping I got that I'm like, Zipper, what? Okay. So remember those crazy clover lashes? Like those mega lashes? You
tried them out.
Yeah, but they're crazy. I'm gonna put them on. Like, I made a copy of them. Let's see, clover mega lashes. I made a copy, so I'm gonna take them off because she made, like, I guess you would call an applier for the clover mega lashes. So if people don't know what these are, they were available on the 50. I was sad because I was wearing Akaruka at the time. And I love a lash.
Yes, you do.
Let me put this on so you can see how insane these are. These are the clover lashes. You see?
Yes.
Yeah. And I put them on and I chuckle and then I take them off. Because it's like, they are a lot. But this is, and like, I think I shared when I was changing heads that I only tried on the heads that would work with the mega lash. Because I was so hung up on, I want these lashes. And then once I finally put them on, I'm like, I don't want to live in them. So I tried on Raven, Prim, Aura, Milan, Kaya, Inez, Hallie, Gaia, Ceylon, Briannan, Avalon. All of those heads. And I think out of those, like, I want to say like 3 were, ones that I might wear. But it turned out to be Hallie. So I put these on, and then I use Zipper's applier, and then I get what I had on before, which I'm trying to cycle back to. So then you use Zipper's applier on them, and you get things like this, and it just blows my mind. Like, okay, those are crazy lashes, and then you use the Zipper, the Alt 3 applier, and
it just makes it work.
And it does, yeah.
That's really cool.
These are the Alt 3 and Clover. It's a collab, right? Because Clover's the lashes. They're the nymph lashes. And so I'm putting the HUD on so people can see. And so HUD, I got to turn my HUDs back on so people can see that. And then I'm putting it up now. You can't see it because, you're not watching the video right now. But you have these different lash styles. And I've tried to get as much lash as I could because I like a lot of lash. And so these, I just think she did an amazing job. Her and Clover both. I mean, it's a collab. So I'm just really digging it. And so I saw she posted this last night, and I was like, okay, Zipper, what is happening? So I picked them up, well, I already had the clover ones, and she sent me the nymph lashes. And so this, I believe we're also going to see at today's offerings. So
very exciting.
So
that is so cool.
There was a lot going on last night. So can you see? I had a double dose of Tristan and Zipper.
Yeah,
doing amazing really things, and I could not sleep. So
I totally understand why, though.
Right?
Yeah.
So yeah,
you were definitely feeling inspired.
Oh yeah,
and with good reason.
Yes, and I was like, I need to do this now because I know how work goes, and I know I'm going to want to FLF when I get home, and I want to be able to just dive in.
Right.
So I took a picture of myself, sent it to you, and I'm like, here's what I look like. Yeah. And then you style to match, but I'm not done yet. So before we get to your credits, I've been doing a lot of talking. I have had it pent up since last night. Okay.
I can tell. Yeah.
Yes. And for the day I've had, it didn't dull my enthusiasm.
Good.
So the dress I'm wearing, and I say air quotes dress because without these leggings, my coochie's hanging out, and you know how I feel about that.
I do.
This is not a dress. It's like a tank top. So, or just a top, a sleeveless top is what it is. And this one I've been wanting to wear for a while. I picked this up. I want to say, I feel like I picked it up on a Relay for Life sort of thing. I was doing some shopping, and I've run into this designer a couple of times. It's called Witch in a Box. Witch in a Box. I have a couple of things of theirs, and I was debating which one to wear. And I really like this one because it has I know. I need to go to the actual store.
Yeah.
Because I think I have like 3 outfits total of theirs, and I remember picking this one up. I want to say it was at some event that was raising funds for Relay for Life, and so this is the Lenora dress in Reborn Juicy, and so I was really digging it. It comes with a lot of textures.
I love the way that the top works, like the fringe there, and the way the ribbing actually.
Yeah.
Really looks nice.
Yeah. I was really enjoying that. I feel like I really pulled myself into this top.
Yes.
Yeah, and I know you like that.
I do.
And then I was like, okay, well, this is not a dress, even though they call it a dress. This is a top, so I need some pants. And I was like, well, what kind of pants do I want? Well, I went immediately to C'est La Vie. Because C'est La Vie always has leggings or tights or something, right? So I went, sure enough, they have leggings. So
such an easy go-to.
Oh, yeah. It's so good. So this is the C'est La Vie Inda leggings number 2. And this is cream. I guess it's number 5. They give you, kind of a key. They give you a picture. So, yeah, they kind of let you know. And then the shoes, I don't believe are a FLF designer. If I scroll down, I think it's just something I picked up off the marketplace when I was looking for flat shoes, or I found in my inventory when I searched sandal. So this is, I don't see it right now. I'm missing, this is probably Reborn, nope, Truth, nope. I got Vici on. I have Vici on. I have some duck nails. I've got Vibing. I know Vibing has been on FLF in the past. I haven't seen Vibing lately, but Vibing is a FLF designer, or has been in the past. And I've got some kind of Wiccan rings on. Justice. The shoes are Justice.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hey, nice.
Yeah.
Well, we were just saying the other day you needed to wear more Justice.
Yep. And here we are.
The occasion to do so.
Yep. So like I said, what it was is I was looking for flats. I went on the marketplace. I put sandals, and I'm like, you know what? I have sandals. So I just put sandals in my inventory, and Justice came up. And I'm like, all right. And then I just love these. I was wearing them with something else, but I love how they meet the legging. Like,
oh, yeah.
It's just a really smooth transition.
Like they're made for it.
Yeah. So Justice Meadow sandals, and right now I've been holding this pose because it's our thumbnail. This is Oh My. And if I remember right, it's North number 4. So yeah. Oh My North with eye focus, and I chose this one because I was holding up my magic wand, which is by Chica. And again, not FLF designer, but this is probably my favorite wand in my inventory. So, and I think with all that talking, I have covered all the things.
Are you sure?
Yes, because I need to take a breath. Whew, that was a lot of talking. But it's magic, right? I'm in my element. I've made a magic room with Paniq. Tristan made me think. He tapped he just he made gifts for my inner witch, and
yes,
he invited her out in full force, and she came out last night and I couldn't sleep. So it's Tristan's fault. I got very little sleep, but it was well worth it because I built this room that I will not take down, and I can come hang out here in my modern witchy room. Yes, thanks to Tristan and Paniq. So, Tour, with all that, I will be quiet so you can talk about what you're wearing.
Okay. Well, I don't have as much backstory on what I'm wearing because I was just trying to match you as best I could.
You nailed it.
Okay, so I actually started with leggings because I wanted to match some sort of legging style. I landed on Ryan. So these are the Gabriel sweats.
Nice.
Now these are the PG version because they have a version which
are they interactive? Can I pull them down?
Are interactive, but these are non-interactive.
Are you just worried I might accidentally pull your pants down during the video?
Yes.
You're not wrong.
But yes, they do have that version of these Gabriel sweats, which is very fun. And so I started there. For the top, I was conflicted. I bounced around between a few tops, but just landed on this Levi vest by Riot, which I know I've worn before, but never on video, I don't think. And
yeah, because I know you've worn it because I've seen it before.
Yes,
in different colors because it comes with a HUD.
Many different colors. You can colorize this thing in many different ways, and actually kind of has been part of my outfits that I tend to do for some of your some of the rituals and stuff. Right. So it just felt like it was a good top to use here. Going down to the shoes, I wanted to match the vibe of yours.
You nailed it.
And I had these Tori Torricelli Ibiza Gladiator sandals, which happen to have a color match that is just pretty spot on to what you've got.
It is. Totally is.
Obviously with the top end pants, I was trying to kind of go with the earth tones that you're rocking.
Yeah.
Couldn't quite color match the green. Couldn't quite color match the orangey,
close.
but it's in the same
close.
family, so I think that it works. Now these pants, because they are riding a bit low, they show off my little tattoos there pretty well.
I noticed.
I don't know that I've actually per se called out, but so one of these is the let me just make sure that I get the creator correctly, because there's two CCs out there and I want to make sure that it's the right one. So this is Crooked Crown.
Okay.
It's the one that says King over there. And this is the King Queen tattoo. Obviously the King variation of that. And then I have also the Tree of Life tattoo up
you
front,
love you some Tree of Life,
which is by Dominus.
Okay.
I do.
You also have that piercing.
I still have the Noche belly piercing, which I enjoy. Now, so I have a little bit of writing on my chest, on my sternum, and I'm gonna temporarily take the vest off because I was over at Jack Spoon and I couldn't resist. Because,
yes.
You know.
Yep. It's like I scrawled it on you.
Yep.
I love that.
So
I love that. That's perfect. That's a fun little surprise.
Gosh. I am rocking the Paniq crescent glasses.
Yes. That's fantastic.
I still have my Stoic Soul earrings on.
Perfect.
But I've changed up my eye.
I noticed.
My guy liner a bit.
Yeah. Are you still wearing the guy liner?
I do. It's a different variation because I wanted a little bit more shadow to make the what is this called? It's another jack spoon. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's the constellation sort of thing, but what is it actually called? It's sorry, this one's confusing to me because it was done as an applier, so I'm mystic foiled liners.
Oh, that sounds right. That sounds good.
Yeah.
I
think this is the first time that I've used one of those, so I wasn't quite ready to say what it was. It's not in my worn list, help.
That's why when you make your outfits, you got to save it with the HUD.
Right, yeah, but I didn't, so...
Yeah. That's an old modeling trick, just
it's a
throwing
good
that
trick,
out there, yeah.
For sure. Good trick. Okay, so I, of course, still have my, Izzy's crow's feet on and such as that, my forehead lines. This is going to be the No Match, No Victory hair.
Okay, I love it.
And I also have on this, the Herb Hound hat, but I've decorated mine with some Octubre, though this is actually when they were still Lulubi. This is the Starfall Halo.
I love it.
In silver.
I love that. It looks good.
Yeah. So that is my styles.
Okay, and your moves are also I think you've been holding the same pose too, right?
No, I've been animated.
You've been moving?
But
okay.
Yeah.
All yes, my.
It is all oh my, and it's all eye focus oh my specifically. Because the eye focus is where it's at.
It is. All right. Well, there was something I did forget to mention. And so I was wanting to go into a little bit of what Ostara is.
Yes.
Right? So, and I have a little note for myself. So, Ostara is a festival that marks the vernal equinox and is celebrated by pagans and Wiccans. It is one of the 8 Sabbats within the Wheel of the Year and is traditionally observed around March 20th. Although, I was referencing my witch's date book, and Ostara is actually March 19th on Tuesday. And so it's at least it's celebrated around 20th or 21st of March in the Northern Hemisphere, corresponding with the arrival of spring. The festival is named after, I want to say it's Eostre. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right. Let me type it to you because you'll pronounce things. It's
okay.
Eostre. So the festival is named after Eostre or Ostara, the Germanic goddess of spring and dawn, from whom the name of the Christian holiday Easter is also said to be derived, which, that's typically what happened to pagan celebrations, right? They got Christianized.
Yeah, they got absorbed.
Yep.
And stolen.
Right.
And,
Yep. Ostara is a time of balance between day and night, light and darkness, marking the transition from winter to spring. It is a celebration of rebirth, renewal, and the fertility of the earth as plants begin to grow and flowers bloom. And then rituals and symbols associated with Ostara often include eggs as a symbol of fertility and new beginnings, rabbits or hares associated with the goddess and fertility, and the colors of green, yellow, and pastel shades reflecting the colors of spring. So that's just a little summary of Ostara for anyone who is unfamiliar. So
apparently it's pronounced Yoster.
Yoster? Okay.
Yoster. Yeah.
Okay. So I just wanted to give that little blurb on Ostara. And so that's why the decorations are as they are. So
definitely appreciate the primer.
Yeah. And I definitely appreciate Tristan making me gifts for Ostara. Me and all the other Wiccans and pagans out there who want a little Ostara in their second life. So thank you, Tristan. Blessed be.
Blessed be indeed.
All right. So one of the things I didn't set up, or I started to set up and then forgot, was my internet window because It's an easy fix. But I just need to go over here and fit properties and get the right internet window selected. Because it's time to actually talk about what's for FLF. So if I open my internet window, there is the FLF.
It's FLF time.
It is time to talk FLF. So, let me move this over here. Okay. So, Go with the Flow for 50 Linden Fridays is the title. And one designer might be MIA, and that's a Versuta.
Okay.
And then I see all the little Polaroids, and if I'm scrolling, it looks like a slightly longer list than maybe last week by a little bit. Maybe. I still feel like it's probably a little on the short side, right? Because I think I got everybody on. Nope,
I think it's about an average length.
Yeah, average FLF length. Okay. So how many sponsors do we have?
We have 2 sponsors.
And they
this
are?
week. So we have Alt3.
Alt3, and I'm looking, and yes, her lashes are the item this week.
Okay. Excellent. And Mossu.
Mossu. Let's see what Mossu does. Oh, that's cute. I will wear that. And then I'm looking at Paniq, because Paniq's on the list. And it's the Lunar Altar and Ostara ornamentation, just like I said. So we've already touched on 2 of the things that are on FLF in our opening. So, all right. Nice. So I'll put the internet window away. Oh, and so just so folks know, there really wasn't anything in Second Life news. So good thing I went on and on and on about Ostara, because there wasn't any new posts to the featured news. So, which is rare, but happens, you know. So.
Yeah, I mean, they took the one break after SLB. So, you know, news writers need breaks sometimes.
They need breaks too. Yeah. All right, so I think we've covered all the things here, and we'll return here for your closing thoughts. But are we ready to actually get fliffing?
I think we are ready to start flipping.
All right. All right, Tor, I can tell we have made it to Alt3, and while we were coming over here, I got in Zipper's IMs because she was messaging me before about some skin. And I asked her, how do you pronounce the skin? Aruana.
Aruana. Perfect.
So, but here we are with the lashes and more, I think. Because it's the... Wait, is it more than the lashes? Hang on. So we've got the nymph lashes on the side. And these are the ones I've been talking about. That go with the Clover Mega Lashes that you can pick up at Clover. And then what am I looking at here? Is it with skin then?
It really is amazing that it looks that way, because like when you were showing this,
right?
Yeah. So this is the Allura skin.
Allura skin. She's lovely.
She is. I like the freckling on her.
Yeah, I like a freckle. So Alt3 Allura Balm skin. It comes with the eyebrow and no eyebrow versions. 8 natural eyebrow balm layers, 6 Aleutia Evo X head shapes for Avalon, Brianna, Ceylon, Kaya, Siwa, and Zoe. And it's shown on Siwa. And then over here, it looks like you've got your Velour and Narmataru and Alt3 skin tones. And then you've got the body tones down here. So that's cool. She's got it all right here. One-stop shop. Just pick up exactly what you need and you're good to go. And you too can look like Allura. So... All right.
I've got a little bit of a curiosity that I wonder about.
Okay.
And this is kind of a question out to Zipper or other skin makers. And that's, as like your job more or less is designing skins and stuff, it makes me wonder if you feel maybe less connected to a singular like shape or look than I guess most people do, because I know that's something that is definitely true for Ren. Is she really does not have a Ren look.
She doesn't. You're right.
And
I feel like Zipper has a Zipper look though.
Well, Zipper has a certain aesthetic, but every time we've seen Zipper looks different. Like right now there is a Zipper, and we're gonna walk over to her. Okay. There's a Zipper sighting.
Oh, we gotta get that. Where is she?
She's over here.
Oh.
And and this is kind of what prompted the question is, and I love it. I love all of the looks that Zipper comes up with, and you're right that many
You're
of
right.
them
This is
have,
not the normal Zipper look, no.
Yeah, but many of them do have a certain quality to them. But she always looks, I think she looks very different every time we see her. So, yeah, it's kind of just a curiosity that I have.
Yeah.
Because I imagine that, you know, if week after week you are totally rebuilding, you know, your avatar and trying to make a different look good, it probably, you probably have a different relationship with your avatar than non-skin creators do. And that's true for skin creators and shape makers and such. So, yeah.
She looks so good, though. Like I said,
she really does.
I just have to push in close. And you're right. I feel like there is some like Zipper like foundation there, even though she's built a very fantasy kind of look. But yeah. So.
Yeah, that looks so cool.
Yeah. She looks great. I didn't want to hold her up though. I thought said she was coming to grab something like for a vendor, so I didn't want to hold her up. So I just told her we had to grab a Zipper sighting for the video. So.
All right. So yeah, we'll keep moving as well.
Okay. Sounds good. We're ready to go off to the next.
Yes, we are.
Thank you for coming to kiss me. More kisses.
So cute.
All right, I'll fade this out.
Okay.
All right, Tour. I am breathless because I am rapidly telling you stories between takes.
Yes, you are.
So while I catch my breath, because that's the kind of energy, I blame Tristan. He unlocked the energy. I'm going to blame Tristan this whole video.
I don't think that Tristan will mind.
I don't think he will. I think he will cry because Tristan is prone to crying. But he gave me gifts for Ostara, and the energy that created in me has carried me through this day. And then I have stories between every take. So I'm going to shut up and please tell us where we are and what is here.
Okay, we're at Mossu, which is our second sponsor. We have the Danny hoodie and shorts, and I think these are super cute. They look so comfy.
Do I get to get these? They don't look like I'm about to work out?
No, I don't think this looks like a workout outfit. I think this looks like just a fun
hangout
around the house.
Yeah, I could barely bother to get dressed, kind of.
Yeah. Give me snacks.
Right, I have room for snacks in this outfit. So, and they're selling it by body type? Is that what I'm seeing down there? Or is it just selling
a list of bodies?
Oh, okay. So it fits my Trail Legacy, Reborn, and Cupra.
Yeah, and it looks like this is just the one color you get.
That's fine. I'll take it.
Which is called Cotton Candy.
Perfect.
Which I love.
Okay.
Yes.
I will pick this up. 50 linen for the top, 50 for the bottom?
Correct.
Okay. I'm going to pick this up, and then we good to go?
Yes, we are.
All right. More story time coming your way as we fade to black. All right, Tor, I feel bad that I'm teasing people by saying I'm telling stories between, because I'm sure the people are be like, hey, we tune in for stories, right?
Yes.
But there's some stories that are not for video.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's just, I'll just chalk it up to this. Tor and I don't talk all week. And like I said at the beginning, not all the stories are meant for video. So it's like, okay, we're going to tell video stories. And then in between, okay, it's like, now let me tell you about this. Right? Yeah. So it's just some things are like that. I'm sorry. I apologize. I'm not trying to make anybody feel left out. But that aside, Tor, where are we?
We are at our first non-sponsor, Aleutia.
Aleutia. And they have these boots. I don't know if I have these booties.
I don't know if you do or not.
They're cute.
These look great. Yeah, these are the Peggy boots.
Peggy.
And we have very earth tone ones
it's
for fluff.
Perfect.
We have grass and Terra.
I love it.
I do too. Great choices for this day.
Like, I would switch if I wasn't already wearing a Fliff designer.
Yeah.
And we match, so I don't want to do that to us.
Yeah, those look really great, though.
Yeah.
You'll have to start with those, maybe.
Oh, for sure. So is there a fat pack I can buy here somewhere? I see all the shoes separately. I see the two colors that are 50.
I'm sure there is. Let me find it. While I'm looking for that, you can talk about the maybe 50 item or something.
I'm pushing it on the boots. I really like that slouchy kind of design. I love like a kind of wooden like platform wedge. I should say wedge, not a platform. Like a wooden wedge heel like that. I love a wedge heel. I love the stability of a wedge heel. I have, I usually wear sensible shoes in First Life for a reason. I'm old and I have aches and pains. Okay. So, but that aside, a wedge is fantastic. A wedge is incredibly comfortable and good for my arches and my calves.
Right.
So I would wear a shoe like this. I have shoes that are similar. So.
All right. I did find the fat pack. We're going to go.
Okay, we're going for a walk.
Going for a little walk.
Okay.
We're going over here.
This is a tiny bunny. Zipper wasn't wrong.
It's the tiniest bunny.
Tiniest bunny. It's res room. Okay. Okay, so the fat pack is... Are they selling it by body? Right. Yeah. Okay, and I did this wrong once. Once I bought all sizes, and I'm like, Lala, why? You only wear Reborn. And I was like, it's just a habit. All sizes, that one.
Yep.
Okay, so how much are they by body, and how much are they for all the bodies?
Each body is $3.25. All bodies is $12.50.
It's not bad for each one single body.
No, not at all.
I'm gonna pick that up. I need these boots in my life.
They are great boots.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna pick these up, and then are we good to go?
Yes.
Were you yawning?
I was trying not to.
Oh my goodness. I know it's late for you, but I like to call you out on your yawns because they happen at very inopportune times.
Yeah.
Like I ask you a question and then there's a big old pause and then I hear like the tail end of a yawn. And I'm like, okay, Tor, I know it's late for you and it's been a long week, but here we are.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Let's go to the next then.
All right.
All right, Tor, where are we?
We are at Ariskea.
Ariskea. And they have flowers.
Yes.
What kind of flowers do they have?
They have a lot of flowers. These are great spring flowers. Yeah. That's what they are.
You can hold them.
These are forget-me-nots tote bag.
Those are nice.
Yeah, just a whole bunch of different forget-me-nots in really wonderful colors.
Looks like you can have a decor version or a bento posed one.
Held version, yeah.
And so is it 50 linden and you get all of them, or is it by color, or what am I looking at?
50 linden, you get the set of decor and holdable.
Okay.
I love the print on the bag as well.
Yeah.
Bloom Within and Wish You Were Here. And this other one that's just like floral
daisies,
pattern.
It looks like.
Yeah. Just really nice bag.
I
really
agree.
nice tote.
I agree.
So.
Okay. All right. Are we?
Thank you, Ariskea. Yes, we're good to go.
Okay. All right, Tor. Where are we?
We are at Asteria.
And you saw this dress and you threw lindens at me. Isn't that what happened?
Yes. I like this dress. And it's another Senra creation.
I saw that. I did. I saw waifu and then Senra, and I'm like, yeah, I understand why he threw lindens at me now. Yeah, he's like, making it rain, and please buy this now.
But I also think it's fun. Like, you got the fun little side ties. Mm-hmm. It looks like there's a bit of a gap in the button. Yeah. I like that it's kind of both playful, casual, and kind of not formal, but has kind of that classier cut to it, I suppose.
Yeah, and that's not gonna look like that on me.
I know.
It's gonna be like that poor girl tried to squeeze herself in something that clearly doesn't fit. And that's the look we go for. That's the Blanche look.
Yep.
All right.
Actually, this whole wall of things from Asteria is kind of interesting.
I figured. Yeah, I did look at the whole wall, but this item is Inna.
Yes.
Is that how you say that? Blazer vest. Yes. Fits Reborn, Cupra, Maitreya, Petite, Legacy Perky, Isis, Freya. Uh-oh. Freya alert.
Freya alert.
From Mama Lala. Hourglass. Yeah. So, metals, panty, inner, a vest contain HUD option. So, yeah. It's a fun little outfit there.
Very exciting that it's for Freya.
Yeah. All right. Are we good to go?
I want to comment on one creation in particular. Okay. I don't want you to get it, but I find it fascinating.
Okay.
And that's this Cassie piece. It's over to the left too from the Inna dress. So it's between.
Yeah. I see it.
Yeah.
I feel like we've talked about this before.
Have we talked about this before?
But it fits waifu now and Senra. It didn't before. I've seen this before, but
okay.
I've not gotten it.
About it. I don't think I've seen this before.
I have. So it is rebooted to fit those bodies in red.
Interesting.
So
it's a fascinating piece.
I will get it.
It's okay. It's yeah. Well,
yeah, Senra me is not going to be allowed in places because she's barely going to be covered up. I already wear something from Asteria because we were already impressed the last time that they're making for Senra, and I'm still in a place where I have to wear Senra to be mobile.
Yeah,
so.
And this very strappy outfit between the two, the In Flames, is also Senra. Yeah. So, yeah, I'm digging that they are making Senra a real, that they are vibing with that.
Yeah,
it's good.
Like, part of me wants to get this Eve outfit for Senra me.
Yeah,
because that looks like fun, and I'll be covered.
Oh, Eve.
I don't see Senra.
Oh, does
in
it?
Red.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. It's not listed in the main list. It's in the red.
In the red. I see. Because that's the update.
Yep.
So.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah, that for Senra me. Okay. All right. I'll pick those up. Are we good to go?
We are good to go.
All right, Tour.
Yes.
I was telling you things before I came out of the fade to black.
Yes.
And now that I've been with you for definitely I've known you for 5 years. When I see a teepee, I always think, uh-oh. There are people jumping out of that dumpster behind us. Did you see that?
Yes. I had been observing them in the dumpster.
That's hilarious.
Yes.
Just people flying out of a dumpster.
Yep. It's a dumpster where you can go and sit.
Well, nice. That's a nice place to just cuddle up as a couple.
Yep.
Let's go cuddle in our dumpster.
2 seats, 10 animations in the dumpster.
Oh, well, that's good to know. So, anyway, as my dogs start fussing, there's a teepee, and
yes,
I always feel like it's always a careful place to be, because you and I have talked about teepees before, and I feel every time we see a teepee, we get to talk about it again.
Yeah.
So
we we're not gonna belabor the
It's
point.
up to you. I'm just being honest. When I see teepees, I'm like, uh-oh. Always now because of you. In the past, it was like, ooh, look at the cute teepee. And you're like, actually. And then I was like, oh. So no more teepees. So anyway.
It's not no more.
That's what it has become for me.
Yeah. Okay.
Like, I wasn't one who would shy away from a cute teepee.
You're right.
But then when I listen to you, right? You educate me on things. And I'm like, I shouldn't collect cute teepees. So
yeah, it's basically just, it's the typical thing of appropriation of culture without investing or connecting in that culture. And so we tend to shy away from that. And I always say, and I'm going to say it here again, I do not believe that any malice is intended, but unfortunately the ways that some of these things can perpetuate does not require intentionality. And another thing, and this is also warrants saying, is like, I don't know the creators, and it's entirely possible that some of these creators themselves are indigenous.
Okay.
And in that case, they're not, appropriating their own culture, but consumers of that can be, even so. So, it's just something that if I'm not connected to a particular culture, I'm not going to bandy out things that are significant to that culture. So, yeah, that's basically all it is. That said, it is a well-made piece. I do feel like this enters into more of a gray area because it is clearly a stylized variation. So I would feel this would enter into a little bit more of a safer inbounds than, like one that's built in a more traditional manner. But I could be wrong on that, but that's just my take on it.
Okay. And so it's 50 linden.
Yes.
There's 2 signs. Is it 2 separate things? It's just one thing, right?
The signs are connected, so
Gotcha.
it looks like you buy from one and you get
all the pieces.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Okay. Like, so I never know what to say around a teepee. That's your fault.
I don't mean to make it uncomfortable or awkward.
And part of me is like, well, I did my 23andMe, and I do have indigenous in me. I have Caribbean indigenous, but this is not the style of their house.
Right, but there's also... So another part of that is... I'm glad that you brought that up, actually, because a lot of people use that as well. And
did I make another mistake?
Not necessarily.
Okay.
So...
Well, I'm not using that to justify buying a teepee. I'm just saying.
Let me get my thought out. Okay, so there's 2 ways that you can react to that knowledge. One is you can say, okay, I do have this ancestry, so I'm actually going to learn about and actively try to connect with this culture and meet people from this culture and actually integrate into it and become a part of it. And the other is, I have this ancestry, and therefore I'm just going to put up the trappings of this culture and not connect with it in any meaningful way. And that's the part that gets toxic, especially, I'm speaking directly to other white people in this case. When when I say that, white people see indigenous blood in our ancestry, a lot of times that was not a consensual or friendly relationship. And it is extremely insidious to then take that and justify, oh, hey, I'm like basically an Indian. It's like, no, fuck off.
Yeah.
But I see that, and it is phenomenally wrong to do so. That said, I would encourage anyone who does genuinely want to connect with that to find, I wouldn't even necessarily say find who you have some blood relation with. I would say find who are the original stewards of the land you're currently living on and connect with them, because that is going to be a more meaningful connection than, hey, my ancestors probably raped yours.
Oh no.
Like, it's, yeah, but you know, so like I've connected with Fiery here, the which is our one of our biggest it's the Florida Indigenous Rights and Environmental Equality group, and I've connected with the Timucuan people because they're the historic stewards of the land that I'm living on, and very cool people. I want to work with them more on food security stuff. Main reason I haven't is logistical. I currently live I live pretty far away from where most of them are based, so it's just kind of a bit difficult, but it's definitely something that I want to do more of.
Do you have the website that people can use to look up their address to know whose lands they're living on?
So yes, with an asterisk, I can provide a link that is...
Because I know there's one, because I've used it.
Yeah, I can provide a link that is a good starting point. And, you know, if you get connected to people from that starting point, they will have a better answer. Yeah.
So, like, if you have it handy, I want to double check what mine are, because I forgot. Because I've looked it up in the past.
Let me see if I can.
I know, like, in my area, it's like, I know there's the, like, Mission Indian tribe. I know there's several tribes. I live in Southern California, so there's lots of tribes. And I mean, anywhere, really, not just because it's Southern California. But, speaking on what you were saying about, like, engaging with the people, the indigenous people that might be in your ancestry, I, you know, being Puerto Rican, I already knew before, this was before, you know, 23andMe, that I had some indigenous in me, because that's kind of, if me as somebody who wanted to learn more about my culture dug into, you know, what being Puerto Rican means, and, you know, I knew about the Taino Indians.
Right. So,
you know, it was something I did as a trip, because I've always wanted to know more about my culture, and I wasn't born on the island, obviously wasn't raised there, definitely mainland Puerto Rican, which is very different than island Puerto Rican, and I've been in California since I was 5, so I don't really feel like overly like super Puerto Rican, right? Although my mother would probably argue with that statement, but it's just the way I feel.
Feels super Puerto Rican.
Oh my God, she wears flags.
She does.
So she's flag waving Puerto Rican. Okay, I am not, but I'm more like studious Puerto Rican. Like, I want to understand my culture, and so one of the things I did in high school, for a summer trip, is I went to the island for the summer to stay with one of my uncles. And it was important to me to go to Utuado in Puerto Rico, which has Taino tribal grounds there. And so I went there. I saw the kind of like structures they built. They were not like this. And then, I've also learned that basically the Taino Indians were like a band, I don't know what the right terminology is, but like a subcategory of Arawak.
Okay.
And so they were just like Caribbean Arawak Indians. And so the next phase, which I haven't embarked on yet for me personally, is to learn more about the Arawak, because that's the type of indigenous people that the Taino are. And so I want to learn a little bit more about that. So, but nice. I did spend time studying about Tainos and dug into that. And I've even brought, Taino type imagery and religious beliefs into my Wiccan practice.
Love that.
Because that's my culture. So, and honestly, Wiccans borrow from, many cultures. It's really up to the practitioner. And, we like to recognize deity in their various names and, various origins. So it's not unusual for Wiccans to do that. So, so it was just nice to kind of, I want to say, like, customize and personalize my Wiccan practice to represent more of that Taino influence. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. So did you link me that? I see I got something in Discord. Did you? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's visit that site. I want to see it real quick.
I think it's one of the better maps.
Because you could just put your address in, right? Is that how this one works? Or you just put in where you are?
Yeah, you can put in your address.
Okay, here we are. So obviously I'm not opening my internet window up to put in my address. But I'm not like that. I'm not like that. It's the Tongva. So Gabrieleno. That's the local nation. Tongva. Tongva. And Gabrieleno. So I'm gonna have to open that up. Yeah. So we'll link that. And the Tongva covers a really big region, actually. So it's interesting because it also covers some of the islands off of Long Beach. So it's interesting. It's an interesting conversation. So I'm going to just try to think about interesting conversations when I see a TP instead of, it's a TP.
Good. I think that's
I always get a little nervous. I'm like, oh no, I don't know what to say. It's a TP.
I've never bitten anyone's head off over
You haven't, but I think it's part of me that's like, I like a cute teepee. And I'm like, no, Consuela, you don't. Teepees are bad.
Teepees are not bad.
Well, teepees that aren't like
teepees are not bad. They're just not ours.
Right.
That's the way it,
like I can't like a teepee because it doesn't belong to me.
You can like a teepee from afar.
Don't buy it from your resident in our, around our sim. You can like it right here at Balaclava. I can like it when I go see it at a store. That's a cute teepee. But my partner is Tour Blanche, and I'm not allowed to have teepees.
Oh my gosh.
No, I'm just being goofy. You know that.
Yes.
Yeah. Anyway, are we ready for the next stop?
Just about.
You're like, so no, we're going to talk about teepees. Okay.
No, there was one other thing that I wanted to add, because you were talking about the Taino, and that is that I'm going to drop a link at, I think, the end or in the description for Nako and the Medicine for the People has recently this year, or in the last few months, dropped a number of new songs, which are all excellent. And he and his group are are from there and are indigenous, and I love his music. I was turned on to him from the song "Make a Change," which is still one of my favorite songs, probably ever.
Okay.
Very powerful piece. So, yeah, I'm gonna leave a link there.
Okay. All right, sounds great. I had a new thought pop into my head, and I'm not trying to we're only on B, okay? We are B for Balaclava. We have so much more FLF, but
I am very aware.
I know, because it's super late for you.
Oh yeah.
But when we come across things that are like talking points,
we
can't help ourselves. Okay, so here I have a new question for you, because I know I'm joshing you about I'm not allowed to like TPs. So I enjoy a lot of different types of music, and
yes.
I, especially when it comes to my spiritual practice and if I'm meditating or whatever, and I like a lot of Native American drumming and flutes and just native music, just I don't know, there's just so much,
a lot of it is
passion. It just makes my I don't want to say it makes my skin crawl. It just gives me the chills, because it's so powerful.
Yeah, absolutely.
And there's a song that I was enjoying, because I have made myself a Wiccan playlist that I actually play pretty regularly in the car when I just need to tap into my power, because I have several Wiccan books and almanacs and things like that. And when I was doing some reading around Imbolc, which had just passed, and there was an article, or a little article in the almanac about the power in music, and building playlists to go with your practice and whatever. And then I basically now, like I said, I just have a list of music that I have on a playlist that I just turn on to, just like I said, to reconnect to my power and to remind myself how powerful I am. And one of the songs is very native, and I just love it to pieces. And so then I'm looking at the TP, and I'm like, I hope I'm not allowed to like native music.
Of course you are. You are allowed to. Okay. So So first of all, music is a very different thing, because it is a expression that is being put out into the world to be enjoyed. It is an artistic thing that is out there to be heard and observed and seen and appreciated. That's the point of art.
Yes.
Cultural appropriation of symbols is a very different thing, because it is, hey, don't Indian people do this thing, and can we just market a knockoff version of it? That's different. That is a very different thing than you listening to music or enjoying art created by indigenous people. Now, if a musical artist who had no actual understanding of or connection to indigenous people took and just grabbed kind of their musical style and tried to make it their own and market it as their own, without crediting, without understanding, without again connecting with, that would be appropriation of that music. So yeah.
Okay, I just thought I'd bring it up, because I've enjoyed native music for a very long time.
Yeah, so have I. I mean, like I said, I just recommended a indigenous band. So
you did, and I've never ever felt that I've been culturally appropriating music,
right.
But because we've been because we always end up in some sort of conversation around a teepee, I was like, well, while we're here, let me ask you about native music. I just wanted to kind of pick your brain on that to see what your opinion was, because
that distinction makes sense.
Yeah, it does. And you have opinions that I have never, in some cases, never really considered, which is always, you know, and I think that's something that folks enjoy about watching our videos, is that you say things that really get people thinking. And that's always been the case with me. Like I said, I just wanted to bring you to YouTube, which you already existed on YouTube, honestly. Like, you were already doing your streaming, you already had your own YouTube channel. And
yeah.
But, you know, the kind of conversations and things that we have, it's like, I always felt like, you know, I feel like more people would enjoy these conversations. I wanted to share you with people.
Yeah. So. I hope so.
Yeah.
Like another case, even setting aside in Indigenous, is when, say, this is actually a big problem with like white people who appropriate parts of Black culture and music,
I was thinking that, yeah,
fashion and Latin culture and such, and aren't connecting with or integrating themselves into those cultures, aren't working with, you know, people who live that life, but just take the stylings of it, the trappings of it, and market it as their own. You know, say this is, you know, this is, it's that's where it gets, you know, that's where it gets gross, is when you're not, when you just take it, you make it your own, while simultaneously disrespecting or being distant from the origin of whatever that is.
Yep, I understand.
So, yeah.
Okay. All right, we have been here so long. It's like sunrise in Balaclava. We were here when it was night.
Okay,
and
we
now
should
it is sunrise.
Probably, yeah.
We're gonna be flipping till sunrise at this point for you, and you don't want that.
I don't want that.
Yeah.
Let's
so
keep moving.
Okay. All right, Tour. I didn't count you in. I'm sorry. I am trying to keep us moving because we spent so much time at Balaclava. I know you are tired. We are at Blossie. This is the Molly dress. Yes. It fits these bodies. It's Maitreya Lara Legacy Reborn. Does not seem to be appropriating anyone. It's lovely. Okay, so 50 linen per color. You can get it in purple or pink. I bought the pink one. I am worried about this for me because I have a belly, and because I have a belly, it tends to blow up the middle on like frilly dresses, like dresses with a little bit of like frilly's the wrong word, like billowy
ruffles.
Yeah, the ruffly kind of billowy dress does not look good on me because I have a belly. But I bought the pink one because I'm feeling the tulips. It's Ostara season, so. But this is lovely. I like it. 50 linen each. I think we're good to go. Are you?
Yeah.
I got it. You know, we're only on B and we have a whole list, and you are fading. We're gonna hear yawning every step, so.
Yep.
We're gonna keep moving. Okay.
I'm gonna keep moving. All right.
All right, Tour. I'm assuming because we just were at Blossie, we're probably at Brocante.
You're correct. With an asterisk.
It's both?
Well, so yes, it appears to be both. We have one from each creator.
Oh, okay.
Which I think this is the first time
maybe
that we've seen that on a FLF.
Yeah. Okay. So the two items
the note card actually has them listed together, which I hadn't seen before. So I was like, well, what's going on?
I love this. I love this wall hanging.
I love it
That's
too.
So creative.
It looks so. It's beautiful. I love this piece, and I love the way that it's all these rolls of paper that are not quite fully unrolled. Like you just pinned them up, and
it changes.
Did
you click it or did somebody else?
Somebody else did, and it has 9 pictures.
Oh no! Keep clicking.
Well, someone else is in control of it. I'm just gonna leave it.
Okay. I so far I like the one it was on when we got here because the colorful one with the grass It just kind of really played into those roles. I don't know that the other images do as much. Like this one does.
This one's nice, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see what you mean. Where it, kind of.
Yeah.
This one does as well. Where the darker part of the grass is kind of like into the fold.
Like for me, not so much on this one.
Yeah,
I think they went back. They chose the. I think we've seen this one.
Well, I'm clicking through it now. I'm in control.
Of course. I love it when you're in control. You are daddy.rizzler, after all.
That's right.
I like this one the best. I like the way the rolls play with the flowers at the bottom.
I do too. I do too.
I would have been happy just with this one print. But to know that there's 9 in there.
That's crazy.
It is crazy.
And you get them all for just 50 linden.
That's crazy. And then you get this like little hutch cabinet thing.
So the one is called Unfinished Wallpaper. That's the title, landscapes. And this hutch is called the Quilt Cabinet. Oh,
okay. That's not what I would expect, but okay.
Yeah, I think it's because, well, I don't, is it because you store quilts in it, or?
That's my guess. I would think you would store plates in it or something.
Does anyone store quilts in a cabinet? Is this a thing? What is
that's
happening?
Maybe somebody in the comments can tell us. To me, I see something like that. I think tchotchkes or some kind of, or plates or collectibles of some kind.
No, it's a whole thing. This is a. Hold on.
What? Do you have a link for me? Do I need my internet window?
Why is it called a quilt cabinet? Why is it called the quilt cabinet? I understand that everything is saying quilt cabinet, but why is it? Okay, the cabinet was originally made for displaying silk quilts by stacking them on top of each other.
Silk quilt.
Silk quilts.
Okay.
By stacking them on top of them and using the inside, so using the drawers for storing linens. Okay.
I mean, that's not how I store my bedding, but you know.
No, so this is a different type of quilt, I believe, than we're thinking. Because these are going to be.
Do I need my internet window?
I'm trying to find an example. So this is what 1800. So 1800s silk quilts. So what were these actually like? Okay, well, so yeah, they're definitely thinner than we think of.
Well, it's silk, so I would think it's thinner for sure.
Yeah.
Were they like patches, like a quilt, like that?
Yeah, they were.
Okay, so like different silk patches.
Yeah, I'm trying to find a good example that is.
Okay, there's an orange cloud near us, which should only lead to pushing at some point.
Only leads to pushing.
Block.
Only leads to pushing. Okay. Help me out. Why is this so hard to find? Okay. Maybe you. That's a miniature one. Okay. I'm losing my mind.
It's because you're sleepy and we need to keep moving.
Okay, so yeah, I can't. I'm struggling to find good examples.
Okay. Well, we don't need to belabor it.
Okay.
It's a quilt cabinet.
It's a quilt cabinet.
That dates back to the 1800s. Is that what I was hearing you say?
Yeah, 1800s was when that style kind of became a thing. It sounds like. And it didn't initially. They didn't initially have the glass hutches on top. The quilts originally you just laid on top of the like drawer unit and you had the linens inside the drawers, or your quilting like, you know, materials inside the drawers. But
Gotcha.
as people got more quilts, they added the hutch part with the extra shelves so they could have more quilts on display. So yeah, it's apparently a whole thing in the world of quilting. Who knew?
We didn't. Like,
we didn't.
I see that, and I see like palm fronds, and I'm thinking this is very like either tropical or Caribbean, and I would put all my plates in there on display.
Exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah. So like, you know, just I don't know if they call it a hutch or something. Dining hutch or something where you keep all the fancy.
I've heard it called like a china cabinet.
That too. We've had one. We had one of those when I was a kid. Mama Lana would confirm that for sure. Yeah. And there were plates in there. It looked kind of like that, actually. China cabinet, right? Yep.
So I was mystified when it said quilt cabinet. What is like, quilt cabinet? Help. But yeah, apparently it was a whole thing.
Yeah. All right. Are we ready to keep moving?
We're ready to keep moving.
All right, tour. I can tell we are at Elm. They have the Lena bookshelf, and it's decor. So I'm gonna toss it to you for some commentary before we move on. Okay.
So we have this is called the Lena bookshelf. They are saying that this is navy. It doesn't look navy to me.
It does to me.
Really? It looks more of like a... It looks a little bit lighter color than I would consider a navy.
I can see that. It's blue though, right? You see that it's blue.
Yeah, it's blue bordering purple. But yeah, it's, you know, this is a fine piece that you could push against a wall.
I like the print.
I love the print. It looks like you can get it in the colors pack or neutral pack. So this one's in navy, which is probably in the colors pack.
Okay, so let you change colors? Can you click it or anything?
No.
Oh, okay. Because I know how you like an interactive demo.
I do. I like an interactive demo. But this particular piece is just the navy version.
I see.
But you can buy it in all these other colors. But and that's cool. I'm gonna get that, but I'm more excited actually because I like to look around. I'm more excited about the Happy Weekend sale, so I'm getting all of that.
Let's see, Happy Weekend.
Because we got these Florence flower beds.
My camera, I just lost control of it. Hang on. There.
Florence garden beds.
Okay, so why does that make you excited?
I like gardens and garden beds and things. You know me. I'm a garden fan.
Yeah. I like the raised gardening bed.
Yeah, for sure. Raised beds are so helpful. And so good for plants. So easy to maintain. Yeah. Once you get them started. Because they help keep all the critters away, help keep contaminants in the soil out. The downside to them is you don't get the benefit of plants pulling toxins out of the soil and such.
So have you used raised garden beds?
Yes. Big fan of them.
All right.
And there's one other thing that I wanted to touch on, which is Karamia's here.
Oh. Wait, is she in front of us?
Not right in front of us. I'm gonna walk us over to her.
Is this her?
We gotta say hi to. We've got a Karamia sighting. Yep, you've spotted her.
Let me turn my thing on.
Yep. And she looks great. She is clearly feeling International Women's Day.
Look at her. That's cute.
That is a really good outfit.
I love her ears for the gauge. I love that.
I do too. Yeah, that's a really good gauge. What is, who makes that? Is that an Emery?
No, it's not.
No.
Yeah.
I can't select it, but yeah, it looks
I like her
pretty good.
socks and stuff too.
Oh yeah, and she's got the soft thigh stuff going on. And she's got tiptoes on.
Mm-hmm.
And a drink. You don't have a drink or snacks or anything. That's sad.
Who's on her phone? I'm peeping her phone. Oh, it's a reminder. Don't forget to take care of yourself. Oh, that is so good.
I love that.
Yeah.
All right. Well, yeah, I just wanted to call out our Karamia sighting because we've got to. But with that, we can settle on out and head to the next.
All right. Bye, Karamia.
Bye, Karamia.
All right, Tour. We saw Karamia, and you're like, hey, you don't have a drink. And I'm like, actually, I do, and I didn't put it on, and it's Witch's Brew by Paniq.
Hey.
So it's color change, the color change potion on the inside, which I made green to go with the outfit. And then you can color change the feet and the handle. So there's some metal colors, Fantastique Paniq. And I'm sure this little concoction in here would be very caloric.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Appetite stimulating caloric beverage.
You know it. And it would be sweet and delicious.
That's right. All right. We are at Eternus.
Yes.
And they have the Pussycat set, which is very sexy. And if I was still working at the Monarchy, maybe I would rock this, especially for maybe like Halloween. But they have two sets that are FLF. They are the ones with the purple hearts, so it's red, and maybe this chocolate. I'm saying chocolate because chocolate is delicious. I don't know that it's called chocolate, but it looks chocolate. It is called chocolate. All right. The other one chocolate. I would think of as like red licorice, but they're probably not calling it that.
They're just calling it red.
Yeah. So how much for other colors that are not FLF and the Fat Pack?
So did you go for sizes already?
No.
Okay. Legacy. Freya
alert. Mama Lala, look, it's got your bits hanging out. That means you'll want it.
Cupra. Maitreya X Reborn Juicy Rolls Waifu.
Oh, okay.
And I will also add, this outfit might be inspired by the game Persona 5, but I'm not positive of that. In that particular case, the outfit was more of a full body suit. This one, they've cut away quite a bit, but the mask makes me think Persona 5. Okay.
I have no point of reference for that, but I'll trust you.
I know. I'm putting it out there for people who know, because they'll know. What was the question that you asked before I went on a tangent? Other color costs?
Yes, the cost of the other colors.
300 for the other colors and 600 if you want all of the colors.
Okay. I was also going to say that, I believe this is a good outfit for Mama Lala because she likes stuff like this. And she would still probably consider it a lot of fabric.
Yeah, probably.
There's a lot of fabric here in just other places. So, anyway. All right. Are we good to go?
We are good to go.
All right, Tour. We are at Erratic. This is the what? The SD? Is that what it's called?
SD top. Yeah.
I have this top. It is fantastic. I need to wear it more often. It's available for 50 linen in 2 colors, right where the 50 linen sign is. So it fits Maitreya, Lara Petite, Legacy, and regular Lara. Legacy Perky, Reborn Cupra, and Cupra Cups. So can you tell the folks what the prices are on the shirts that are not 50, as well as the it looks like the buy everything price is $1,999, or as Tour would say, 2,000 London. Unless it's marked down.
So it's also marked down.
Gotcha.
So
okay.
Individual tops are 100 each. Of course, rust and pink are 50. The buy everything is 1,000.
Oh, good.
So it's not $29.99. It's not $19.99.
It is $9.99.
It's actually 1,000.
Oh, really? On the spot?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. All right.
So I don't even know what's happening here. Like, because you're right. Following their discount model, it should be $9.99.
Yeah. But I'm all about following the pattern.
Nope. They don't do that
pattern.
here.
Okay.
No pattern.
All right.
Absolute chaos and pandemonium.
Well, we should keep moving because you need to sleep.
Yeah. Okay. I'm losing my brain.
I know you are. Let's go.
Okay.
All right, Tour. I can tell by where we are. We are at Fetch.
Fetch.
And Gretchen Boner Schnitzel. I said it right this time. I was checking myself. I'm like, wait, is it Snickerdoodle? No. It's She has the Parker coffee cup for us. I don't have this. You are changing the textures because that makes
I'm allowed
you happy.
to. I can push buttons.
So Parker coffee cup, I love it.
Yeah, it's a really good one.
Yep. So one land impact texture HUD included, left, right, hold, and decor version, and a HUD with 12 texture options.
Yeah, can always use more coffee cup.
You could do some coffee right now, but I know you just want to You're like, I know. See? It's because you are sleep deprived, right?
Yes.
I was amused when we left Erratic. And okay, off to the next. And you're like, where are we? Like, you just asked it in such, like, a bewildered... You also crashed between teleports, so there's that. There's you just want to go to bed, but we got to finish flipping. And you're like, I'm going to make it. But I know we're descending into Sleepy Tour, which is fun for me.
Yeah.
So, anyway, we should keep moving because okay.
Okay.
Are you gonna stop me? I'm trying to keep us moving, but you're like, actually.
I know. So, I don't know if Gretchen Boner Schnitzel is watching this one, but if the HUD that comes packaged is like the HUD on the wall, there's a problem.
Why?
So, there's the red square pattern, which is what we have it on currently. And it looks like the button that is just to the left and up from that, this darker red, is also called red squares. So the button is actually duplicated and we can't get that texture.
Gotcha. Okay.
So I don't know if she's watching, but if so, at least the wall model is busted.
And I'll find out when I actually take it out of the box.
Yeah.
But I'm enjoying my witch's brew right now. So.
Okay, so we can keep rolling.
Okay, let's do it. All right, Tour. I can tell because I can read. We're at Granola.
We are at Granola.
There are 3 different kinds of strawberry tumbler. And
I love this tumbler.
I do too. I have already purchased it. And it looks like the top 2, like the light and the dark ones, are 50 linden each. Right? Is it like one looks like milk, actually. I should buy that one too. And then there's one.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah, the one underneath it is a different variation and it's a limited time color, so that's 100.
Yeah, for the pink.
Yeah.
Pink.
I'm gonna buy the white one too for sure.
Yeah. So, I like these.
Yeah,
I think this is cute. And fun.
And I don't know that I've seen Granola make like a holdable like this. Usually it's furniture or decor.
Right.
So this is nice. Nice variety. So okay, I'm gonna pick this up. You have any commentary before I try to help move us along because you're sleepy?
No commentary.
Okay. All right, Tour, I can tell by the street we're on. We're at Hextraordinary.
Extraordinary.
And what do they got inside for us? I'm camming in. All right.
They have this cute corner Asteria pergola, which I should check if I have, actually.
I don't think I have something like that.
I do not have that.
I'm going to buy that.
I think it's lovely. I love the
for that.
drapes on it. I love the plants that are wrapped around the vines, the little purple flowers. Really nice piece. They also have a square one for Wanderlust weekend, which is also
pick that up
50
too.
linden. Yeah. So really, really lovely.
That is lovely.
Great pieces.
My camera's stuck. Okay, here we are. Okay. All right, very good. We both picked it up. You need to go to bed soon, so we're going to keep moving, right?
Okay.
All right, Tour. I can tell by the build and the cute shoes that aren't in my size that we are at Ingenue.
We are.
And these are the Nora flats. They have 2 textures, a 2-print pack. They fit my Treya Lara mesh body legacy and slink flat / deluxe. So they're cute. I would totally wear these, but I can't. 50 linen, and you can have them instead of me.
Yeah, great little spring shoes.
They are. They're cute.
Yep.
Okay, are we good to go?
We are.
All right, Tour. I can tell we are at Noveny.
Yes.
And they have a tall table and chairs. So they call it country stool and country table.
Country stool, country table. Yeah, and they have the stools in PG or adult variations. Normally, I love me some Noveny, but this. So these stools, let's call it what it is. We like the wider seats. We like them
close to the ground.
Look like they closer to the ground, and we like them to look like they could hold some weight. And these would fit somebody's build very, very well, but unfortunately not quite robust enough as seating for our tastes.
Yeah, it's cute, but like when we got here, I was like, in First Life, I do not like high tops, the tables at the restaurants. Whenever they try to sit us there, I'm like, nope. Like a booth or like a regular table, you know?
Yeah.
And just what I was sharing with you when we got here is that these sorts of things are hard to get into and they're not comfortable to sit in. So that's immediately where my mind went when I saw them. And no hate to Noveny, none at all. Because it's obviously it's well designed. It's all the quality that Noveny is. But
sometimes it just isn't our style.
And that's fine. We always say that, right? Not everything is going to be for everybody on FLF.
Correct.
So these are lovely. And like you said, I'm sure they fit in somebody's build. But I prefer a big plush like these hanging things behind us. Right?
Yes.
Just that's easy to get into, and I love a swing, right? So I like plush and cushiony and things just that look like a giant pillow chair, right? Like I'll just fall into that because it's easy and comfy. So.
Yeah, actually, let me just drag you over here because
we're going somewhere.
Since you're talking about it. Just.
Oh yeah.
You know, Big and plush.
Big and plush. Look how wide these chairs are.
And you can just fall right into it.
Yeah. That's more my speed right here. Yeah, for sure. Okay. All right. So with that, we better keep moving because you're about to fall on one of these chairs and fall asleep.
That's right.
All right, let's go.
Okay.
All right, Tour. We are at Osmia, and they have Sasha, which is a lace blouse. They're offering it in white for 50 linden, and it's a fun top. I like it. So
I like it too.
Fits my Treya Petite, my Treya Lara X, Legacy Perky, Belleza, Gen X Classic Curvy, Belleza Freya alert, Mama Lala. Wow. Yeah, there's a lot of Freya today. And Reborn with
this would look good on Mama Lala.
Yeah, of course it would. Reborn body plus waifu and Cupra. So, and I can't see this gal up front, but you said she's modeling. Wait, up front in front of us. Oh, there's another gal. The one is an orange clad. But yeah, look at her. That looks good in waifu.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. That's really nice.
Yeah.
I like that
a lot. It deforms really, really well.
Yeah. Okay, Osmia.
Nice.
I like it. Okay. She has fun shoes. They got hearts.
They are fun shoes.
And it looks like she bought it because the demo went away.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Nice.
Sold. Nice. Okay. All right. So with that, we should keep moving, right?
Yes.
Tour.
Yes.
I can tell we're at our home away from home.
That's right.
We are at Paniq. And I love it. I love this so much. And then our little bunny friend is just hopping along underneath. The tiniest bunny.
That is such a small bunny. He totally fits under there.
He does. Problem. He's so cute.
He's super cute.
All right, so clearly we are a Paniq. And
yes,
as I shared at the top of the video, I was panicking all over the place. Right?
Yeah.
So, as we discussed, I got a cam to the right. There's lots of goodness here, Paniq.
Yeah, the flip side is over your giant picture.
Yes, I saw that. You were the one that told me about the giant picture. And I'm like, what the what? And I came to talk to Tristan about it. And it like links. You click it and it links out to, it gives my links.
Yeah.
But I'm wearing, I got my Moon Stag Fallicino. That's Paniq. And my Royal Desserts crown. Also Paniq. So.
I love the crown.
Yeah, I do too. So now I have also this like pot head for herb. So.
Yes.
But yeah, these are going to be my favorite things. Okay, so here is like I was showing you. So I actually, when you unpack it, it comes out kind of more coffee table sized. Because if you remember the way I rezzed it, it was a little bigger than that because I wanted it to be a little taller and I wanted more surface area because I knew I was going to put a lot of stuff on it. So, so this is the Paniq only display as opposed to all the other stuff I have on it. And then you can see the HUDs that I showed earlier that come with Eostar ornamentation. And there's a nice mix. I like what he did with obviously the candles are resizable. So it's only one candle. And so, but that's resize and duplicate, right?
Yeah.
So I like his little cluster of candles there. I like how he did that. I'll have to do that. Because right now I just have one rezzed out and I like this little cluster. Are you changing colors over there? Does he have an interactive?
Yeah. I'm playing with colors here.
And then here's the lunar altar, which I love very, very much. So, all right.
Neat.
And I love that it's right. You're right. It's right nestled next to my photo, which I should say I'm wearing Soleil by Alt3 in that picture. That's a Soleil face. Okay. All right. So I think we've covered it, and I know I'm very comfy here. Like I just want to just stay right here and enjoy some snacks and just cuddle. But
well, we've got snacks right here.
We do. Tristan has definitely provided for us.
We've got some nice our comfort food and the charcuterie board.
Yeah. So, but unfortunately, Paniq is not the last stop.
It is not. So we've got to keep rolling.
We got to, because you're hanging in there. You're being a trooper.
Hanging in there. Yeah.
You are. Yeah. But I can feel the energy dropping. You're getting into that point where you have to be plugged in to charge.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Let's keep moving.
Okay.
All right, tour. We are at PewPew, and at first I'm like, pan dulce? No, it's melon bread. Looks like pan dulce to me. And what's funny too is that at my school they feed the kids pan dulce, and it comes wrapped like this. So that's where my head went right away. It's like, oh, it's Mexican sweetbread. No, it's not. It's melon bread. So only sold as a fat pack. Of course, I bought it. It's food, and it looks like pan dulce. And then the other is the bited mochi. It's just cracking me up. And it's also sold only as fat pack, but it's bited mochi. So it comes with bento poses, different colors, and it's materials enabled. And it makes me want mochi. It makes me want to make sure to see if I get sushi this weekend.
I hope you do.
It's a good choice for dinner or lunch or dinner, as we call it around here sometimes.
Dinner. Yeah.
We have dinner often. So.
Yeah.
All right, I've picked both of these up. Are we good to go?
We are good to go.
All right, tour. I can tell we're at Rawr, and they have bound set and bound nails. So 50 linden each. It has lots of choices for colors. If it's Legacy Female, Maitreya, Cooper, E-Body, Reborn. And the other is true for the nails. Lots of different paint colors. and fits the same body. So 50 linden each, and you can be bound.
Yeah, looking around, it looks like their main collection out there is the In Bloom set. Because I was curious if they had more bound. But it looks like it's all, at least here, is all the
yeah, I see
In
that
Bloom stuff.
around. Well, that's pretty for this time of year.
Yeah.
In Bloom necklaces. Do these work with maize? Yep.
Nice.
I might have to get the In Bloom ones because it totally goes for Ostara, and I haven't really made my like Ostara ritual look yet.
Oh yeah,
So
this would work well for that. I think
it would. Let's see. I'm looking around the room. You said all the other ones are kind of the In Bloom.
Yeah, so we got In Bloom necklaces, garters, earrings. Then
There's
on
a
the
belly.
opposite wall, there's armlets, belly chain, and rings and
Do they have
bracelets.
foot ones too? Yeah, In Bloom
And
toe rings.
Yeah.
For high and flat.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you can In Bloom everywhere.
I'm going to be blooming all over the fucking place.
Bloom all over the place, yes.
All right. Well, I'm going to pick up all the bloom things.
All right.
This will start my Ostara look.
Love it.
And yeah. Okay, so I'll pick these up and we'll move along.
Okay, sounds good.
All right, Tour. Stay with me.
I'm still
We're on
here.
V. It's Valkyr.
It's Valkyr.
And it looks like, is the offering the skins for their Instaplugs?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. It is a bunch
Oh,
of
they got a
skins.
cow print one.
Yes, they do.
Because my first thought was, I don't need an American flag. Because I just got done saying I don't wear flags. And
True.
I don't. So, and it's a
Yeah,
whole
so-
thing. Like, too much American flag just makes me think of Republicans, and I am not about that. So, just
Yes. Yeah.
So.
Well, no, it's not just you. It's an actual problem. Ultranationalism is a bad thing always.
Yeah, so whenever I see a lot of like America, like when it's like too much like American flag or people just wearing like obnoxious like American flag clothing is just it's just a turn off for me. And I'm not trying to be like unpatriotic. It's just no.
Right.
So anyway, that aside, you get skins for your Instaplugs.
Woo!
And that's one I would not use, but I like the others.
They have a cow print one.
They do. And they have it in pink too, right? It's a pink cow print.
Yes.
Yeah. So I haven't played with these yet, and I need to find some time to do that because I have all the pieces. I just haven't done anything.
And now you're gonna get
more pieces.
More pieces.
Yeah, yeah.
I like that they've kind of gone all in on making this work.
Yeah. I love it too.
It looks like there's also a elemental vibes gifts that you can get, which is also a FLF exclusive.
Oh, good. So 50 linden for each one.
Yeah, 50 linden for the skins and 50 lindens for the gifts.
Okay, sounds good to me. Are we good to go?
We are.
All right, Tour. We are at Vespertine.
Vespertine.
And they have daffodils.
Yes, which is one of the flowers that we were looking for.
Yeah, I was on my short list of spring flowers.
And we did get some. They were from Apple Fall, but they were kind of a little dated. I think these are a little newer, a little nicer.
So they're 50 linden per color. It looks like the daffodils are what's different colored.
Yeah.
Okay,
They
I'm gonna
look
pick
great.
these up. Yeah. Get them rezzed on the altar. So.
Yeah.
Okay.
Perfect.
All right. Anything else?
Nothing else.
And do we have another store to go to, or is it First Lifetime?
We have 2 more stores.
2 more. All right. Let's keep moving.
Okay.
All right, Tour. We are at Violetility.
Ooh.
Friend to Paniq.
Yes.
And this is the toadstool. And at first, I was like, is it a mushroom? Because I told you before that I have a mushroom here. It's a smoked quartz mushroom. And when I saw this, I'm like, oh, it's mushrooms. No, it's not. It's a toadstool. So you have 1 land impact, 5 variations, copy mod, no transfer. And so these are fun to put around like your sim.
Yeah.
Like in general. And I don't mean
very whimsical
specifically, but yeah.
Yeah.
So
they are single sitters.
Okay.
But it looks like they have a number of animations.
They do, because I was playing with them.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting in Toad right now, but like interest and reflect and chill and regal. So
I've got to get these because these are great.
Yeah. So I was enjoying Toad. All right.
Yes.
So we're picking these up because you never know when you could need a toadstool.
You never know.
So, all right. Are we good to go?
We are.
All right, tour. We are at our final destination, and it is Wasabi. And they have, what is this called? Tenley hair. Fitted mesh, no resize, lots of colors, and 1 purchase. It is straight and flat. It would go under hats really well.
It would.
And some people have straight hair, so
yes,
it works.
But you have big curly hair.
I have big curly hair. I have big curl energy.
Yes, you do.
I see you making me fart hearts.
Yes.
All right, so Tenley, pick it up if it's for you. 50 linden, lots of colors. It's all good. And we're going to go back to our Paniq room.
Yes.
To do some abbreviated first life thoughts because Tour is tired.
Yes, I am.
All right, let's get going.
Okay.
All right, Tour, are you still awake?
Yes.
Barely. Okay, we are back in the Paniq room and on our thrones. And you're going to briefly share with us your first life thoughts.
Yes. So, basically this is more continued coverage of what's going on in Gaza. So I'm sharing a statement from the Palestinian Red Crescent Society, which is basically an EMS/ambulance service there, where they've had to suspend operations because they keep being attacked by Israeli forces, even though they are medics, and that is against international law to do. But, you know, that's entirely not been respected by the IDF. So the other thing is that the UN this week has warned/formally recognized that there is now a famine going on in Gaza now. Like, their lack of supplies has been known for a while because they've been cut off from everything, but now it's famine. I'm just going to read this part of this article from Reuters. A famine is assessed by the Integrated Food Security Phase Classification, an initiative made up by more than a dozen UN agencies, regional bodies, and aid groups. For famine to be declared, at least 20% of the population must be suffering extreme food shortages, with 1 in 3 children actually malnourished, and 2 people out of every 10,000 dying daily from starvation or from malnutrition and disease. So they haven't classified it as a famine, but they said one is imminent and almost inevitable. So what does that mean by the numbers? We recognize that there are roughly 2.3 million people there. So running by their own numbers, let's see, that would mean that 460 people per day would be dying of starvation once that actually gets started, like formally declared. Now, Now what that means is that some number approaching that are dying per day right now. Now, this is okay. How to say this delicately? So, we don't see populations go into this kind of famine often. Now, there are absolutely food shortages that occur, and there are absolutely people that are food insecure and who do face starvation. But when you have a population of 2 million who are put into a famine, so like there's going to be some really hard things, really painful stories and video and everything else that's going to come out of Gaza, and it's going to expose what, you know, many have been saying all along, which is that this is absolutely a genocide campaign that Israel is conducting, and it cannot be described as anything less. And whatever response the Palestinian people carry out, understand that it is inevitable, and you know, there's going to be a lot of horrific things. Yeah. So, yeah. I'll leave it there, which I know is a blunt drop back into your lab, but there's not really any silver lining that I can point to here. There is the time to negotiate, to get aid in, and to get Israel to stop attacking hospitals, supplies, humanitarian aid, everything. The time has run out, and it is now more than just a humanitarian disaster. It is a like full-blown crisis, and is going to blow up in a really, really nasty way. So that's my update.
I get that, and I know there's no like nice handoff with that. I am curious though, what links are you putting in the description, if any? I mean,
so one is a public statement from the Palestinian Red Crescent Society, which again, they're an ambulance service, and they had to put out a statement saying we had to suspend operations because our medical service teams keep getting attacked. And the other is from Reuters.
Okay.
Which, if people are unfamiliar, there's a lot of news agencies out there, and they're all varying degrees of accuracy and such. Reuters is, in my opinion, like it is one of the best go-tos for just concrete, hard facts of what is going on in different situations. They don't put any sort of opinion spin on it. They provide a lot of sourcing of, this is what we know, these are the people who are responsible. Reuters is it's a bulletproof source for anything, and if it isn't something that they can back up with like fact, they don't report it. Like they do not do opinion pieces. there are obviously other places that go more into a lot of what I was expanding on. I'm reading into what they are saying because I have seen what food insecurity does, and I've seen, videos that came out of places like Somalia and South Sudan when they were struck by famine, and it's bad. It is really, starvation is
I understand. How can people help?
So honestly, about the only things we can do are continue to actively demand from, like, this is a case where contacting all of your federal representatives especially, but even state representatives to some degree, and let them know, demand action to get aid to Palestine, and to stop backing the Israeli campaign against the Palestinians, because this is a situation where there's not really a good place to donate to per se, because all of the humanitarian aid is being stopped. Aid groups can't function. Like, on this channel a month or so ago, maybe a month and a half ago, I was asking for donations for the Palestinian Red Crescent Society. They were one of the groups, but they've been shut down as well. And they're local. They're not even an outside group trying to get aid in. That is a local, on-the-ground operation. So, demanding that sort of thing from your representative is about the only thing we can do, and if they hear from enough people, maybe they'll take more forceful action. I don't know. I know that the Biden administration is trying to get aid in, and I know that we've started doing airdrops, but it's not enough. Especially with Israel continuing to fight and continuing to be very indiscriminate with where they apply violence. They have killed more children than the reported full number of Hamas. Because the reported number of, it's mind-boggling. And part of it's that I'm tired, part of it's just that I'm actually upset.
I get it.
This one really upsets me, but I'm struggling to put some of this to words. So.
I get it. I think you've definitely made it clear.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna move toward closing the video up so that you can get some rest. But before we do that, I usually touch on comments.
Which is a much nicer way to end the videos.
Right.
I've enjoyed that we've shifted to doing this.
Yes. So I'm going to bring up the comments so that it's like a palate cleanser.
Yes, it is. Thank you.
So, and on an up note. So let me scroll back. We have a fair amount of comments. I got that. Let's see. This one 2 weeks ago. Okay. Yeah, I read that one and that one. Okay. Okay, so 5 days ago, Zipper made a comment. The bomb shadow for that shirt is so smart. I love that. Thank you to her for highlighting that. So that was the shirt you were wearing with your Speedo.
The Paolo shirt. I really liked that. I had to, because it was super clever, I had to highlight that.
Yeah. And actually, I should say, I also had Barbie SL leaving us 6 hearts. I'm still trying to figure out her rating schedule, like rating scale, I should say. Yeah. Sometimes it's 3, sometimes it's 5, sometimes it's 6. I'm reading it like a rating scale. So she gave us 6. I feel like that's the most hearts she's given us in one comment.
Okay.
So thank you, Barbie SL.
Thank you, Barbie SL.
Then I think Exalted Tam is a new subscriber. I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
And so welcome, Exalted. Yeah, Exalted Tam. And she says, I loved your plus size avatar. Very beautiful.
Hey,
thank you.
Absolutely, you are.
I have gotten a fair amount of compliments over the time that I've, changed my look up from people, strangers, seeing me going, complimenting me on how realistic my avatar looks, and not just another, Barbie type avatar. So I appreciate that. Thank you very much. And then Mama Lala has weighed in with 3 comments, as she does as she watches the video. So she tells me, Baby Lalas, we all have blonde moments for you. It's those cute ganitas you have. I think she's alluding to my gray hairs. So yeah, I forget what part of the video she's referencing. I must have forgotten something, and so that's why she was making that comment. She also congratulates us on getting over 300 subscribers, and then she wants to be invited to our ceremony, and that she wants to be the flower girl, and that she tries to promise to behave and then follows it up with not. So,
well, of course she'll be invited.
Well, yeah. And so we're still working out the details, but our last time wasn't overly involved with others because it's not really about others, right? It's about us. So, so we're still working out the details on that, but you're definitely invited. So don't worry about that. So, and that was it for the comments. It was a very light comment week, which is all good. Sometimes there's a bunch and sometimes there's not. So I'm going to put down the internet window because now we have covered the comments. So thank you everyone for commenting. Thank you to folks who maybe didn't comment but gave us a like. Thank you to our new subscribers because now we're at 304. So we've picked up a few more subscribers. So thank you for that. And as always, I always just share just the sincerest appreciation to everyone who spends any amount of time with us, whether it's the whole video, part of the video, just a little bit, a segment, whatever. If you're catching up on videos, because they're long, I just appreciate you being here. I appreciate the likes, the comments, the subs, the sharing. Thank you all.
Appreciate you all, and see you in the next video.